Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. In this video we will speak about the corruption and the double standard of the fake prophet Muhammad. All of us, we knew that Muslims, they have a month is called the month of Ramadan. However, this month is not really a Muslim celebration. This was a pagan celebration, exists long before Muhammad, and during this month, at the end of this month, always the pagan used to slaughter a lot of animals to the gods who they used to worship, and the Muslims, they still do the same and nothing changed. This is why you see in the month of Ramadan, at the end of it, the sacrifice practice is really disgusting. If we search in Google, hold on, let me change the language. Animal, here we go, right away animal sacrifice will appear by itself. You will see how the Muslims, they slaughter a lot of animals, very disgusting, you know. And this is, I'm searching for Ramadan, I'm not searching for the other occasion. So they slaughter in Ramadan, which is called in Arabic Adha. Now the reason for this slaughter, because the pagan before Islam, they slaughter for their gods, and supposedly hoping by this slaughtering they will take the anger, the blood will take the anger from them, and those gods will not punish them for their sin. So they slaughter a lot of animals, and for sure they say to you the other reason, we give it to the poor. However, lately in some Islamic countries they forbid people from slaughtering in the street, like in Emirat, because a lot of tourism, you know, the month of Ramadan is a dead month as a tourism for many Islamic countries, because tourists, they don't like to see such a scene which is disgusting and very filthy. However, this is not really our topic. We maybe will make another video about the roots of the month of Ramadan and where it's coming from. But what we will talk about today is Ramadan rules. The rules of Ramadan is mentioned in the Quran, how to fast and when to stop fasting. And you know, it's very normal to see that somebody, he claimed to be a prophet, if he says something, he follow it. So if we ask the Muslims, do Muhammad obey his God? The Muslim will say to you, yes. This is chapter 2, verse number 187. You can choose you know, any translation of your choice, so don't think I'm picking up a translation, any translation you like. And you know my idea always, I don't accept any Islamic translation. However, this is one of the Muslim translation. Let us see what the translation is saying about this verse.
It is made lawful for you to go in unto your wives on the night of the fast. They are raiment for you, and ye are raiment for them. Allah is aware that ye were deceiving yourselves in this respect, and he hath turned in mercy towards you and relieved you. So hold intercourse with them, and seek that which Allah hath ordained for you, and eat and drink until the white thread becometh distinct to you from the black thread of the dawn. Then strictly observe the fast till nightfall, and touch them not, but be at your devotions in the mosques. These are the limits imposed by Allah, so approach them not. Thus Allah expoundeth his revelation to mankind that they may ward off evil.
Alright, we can change the translation, so the Muslim will not say I pick up a translation maybe I like. No, here we go. Take another one. Oh boy, this translation is really getting longer. What happened? It has choose something else. This guy, like, he's making an article. Oops, I chose the French one, sorry. Anyway, the verse saying clearly that you know, during this the time of fasting, you should not have any contact with your wives. You should not touch them, you should not approach them, you should stay away from them as long as you are fasting. Alright, so your wife is lawful for you during the night time, but when the fasting time started, you don't approach them. Here we will find one mistake before we go to the touching the women. Here you will see that Allah supposedly talking, saying that the Muslim, they should start fasting from the time the sun start appearing. All right, from the time the sun start appearing until the night, the fall of the night. And that is very stupid from someone he claimed to be God talking to say, because in some areas, in as an example, Norway, how people in Norway, if Islam is religion for all mankind, how people in Norway, they will practice fasting if following this rule? It's impossible. And for sure not only Norway, in Russia, etc., Alaska, the fasting will be impossible. The more you are close to the North Pole or to the pole, you will see that your day is not the same as our day. The day extend, and now let us say the day became a month. How we are going to fast a month? Because we have to follow the Quran. If the night became 1 month, how we are going to eat for one night? The whole night we are just eating, and then when the day come, the whole day we are fasting? That's impossible. But this is explained that the one who created the Quran is a stupid, and he do not know that the earth have different time zone and it is not the same in different location. So he assumed that all the earth is the same. This is why the hadith says that Allah, he come every day in the third part of the night and ask people who want to worship him. And that mean if you want to come down every third part of the night, that's mean Allah, he keep coming up and down, coming up and down, coming up and down, because it cannot be in one place, because there is many, the time is different. When it's night here, it is day in Saudi Arabia, and the opposite. That explain the Quran scientific error, especially the Quran speak clearly that the earth is a flat. But we would not talk about this right now. Let us focus on this. So the Quran insists that when you are fasting during the fasting time, which means the daytime, you do not, all right, you don't approach your wives during that time. You don't approach them at all. And you can read any translation, as I said, it doesn't matter really. This is Yusuf Ali. All right. You do not approach them during the fasting time. And just to make it clear, let us see what the word in Arabic, because at the end of the day we are reading translation, and every translator he come with his own idea. The word in Arabic is tubashir. Tubashir. Tubashir mean to approach your wife in a sexual way. It doesn't matter what you do exactly really. You are using your private part, you are getting your sexual need from them, and you start having sexual relationship with them, including intercourse, but not necessarily having intercourse. Tubashir. Now if we ask the Muslims, do the Quran says don't do tubashir? They will say yes. You see, because the Muslim, they might say to you the translation is wrong. So I'm going to use the word as it is. See it with me in the screen. Tubashir. So the Quran says you don't do such a thing. All right. You should not approach your wives when you are in the stage of fasting. This is the order of Allah. Now if we go and see the interpretation of the verse, because the Muslim might say to you, oh, Christian Prince is giving you his own interpretation, right? Maybe this is true. Let us see what the interpretation says. This is Ibn Kathir. We go to the verse, and whatever that interpretation saying, we have to accept. All right. it's made lawful for you that to have a sexual relationship with your wives on the night. The reason Allah is mentioning that, supposedly He is telling you when you can have sexual relationship with your wife, it's at the night time, which means in the daytime you cannot do that. All right, so now have sexual relationship relationship with them, and seek that with Allah as ordained for you. This is the time you can do it, and you can eat and you can drink until read with me, until the white thread of the light of the dawn appear to you distinct from the black thread, which means darkness of the night. Then complete your fast till the nightfall, and do not have sexual relationship with them. You see it? So sexual relationship, any sexual relationship is not allowed. Who's saying that? This is Ibn Kathir, not me. I hope no Muslim will say to me, oh, he is giving us his own interpretation for the Quran now. So Ibn Kathir is saying clearly, you are not allowed to do such a thing. Approach them in any sexual relationship. Sexual relationship, my friend, mean you do any kind of behavior to get your needs of sex, not necessarily intercourse, including kissing or touching to satisfy your needs, sex needs. Now, if this is the case, the Quran forbid the Muslims from doing such a thing. How the Muslims explain Muhammad having sexual relationship with his wives during the time of fasting? This is Aisha, she is saying, Sahih al-Bukhari, and this is Sahih Hadith. The Prophet used to kiss and embrace his wives while he was fasting. Remember, Ibn Kathir, he said, any sexual relationship is forbidden. He kissed and embraced. What else? Not only this. Oh, no, it's not. Alright? She said more than that. She said he used to kiss and embrace his wives while he was fasting, and he had more power to control his desire. Alright? But the fact the translation here is not clear. If you see with me the word in Arabic, it says yubashir. The same word appear in the Quran. The Quran says don't do mubashara, don't do bashir. That is forbidden. This is why I showed you the word in Arabic. So you cannot do what is called yubashir. That is forbidden. Here we go. We go back to the Quran and we look at the word. You see it? You see it? It's the same word. So the Prophet was doing the same word. It's forbidden in the Quran to do it during the time of fasting. Regardless of the translation, I'm using it to you so the Muslim, they will not play with the game saying translation is wrong, the translation is not good. Here we go. It is yubashir here, it is yubashir there. It is the same. The same exact word. The Prophet doing the same behavior. Quran says you cannot do that. You cannot do mubashara. You want to say this is intercourse, you want to say it's not intercourse, you want to say it's kissing, it doesn't matter. The Quran says you cannot do this thing, which is tubashir. Then we find in the hadith that Muhammad is doing that with his wives. Here we go. The word yubashir in front of you, it's black, dark. Alright? And look what Aisha, she said. The Prophet, he do that because he is the one who have a control of his penis. Who of you have a penis like the Prophet? Actually, the translation is not really accurate. It says, and he is the most control of his penis upon you. The question here, how we know, how Aisha, she knew, if she is a virgin, she never have sex with anyone. How she knew that Muhammad penis is the best between all the penises of the Muslims, unless she tried many of them. This is a statement can be accepted from a whore. She work in a pimp house and she see tons of penises every day. Not from a woman. She never have sex with someone else except her husband, because supposedly they claim that she is a virgin. So this is, and you will see here the you know, this is another hadith. The Prophet, he do yubashir, and this is sahih, by the way. All right, and he ordered her to put a sheet between her legs. Why? Because she is bleeding. So now Muhammad is doing two acts, and actually he used to do that even when she is fasting. Let me show you the hadith. You see, Muhammad is doing that during the time of fasting. Not only for some reason is not coming. Let me go back. Okay, you see it here. So the Prophet used to kiss me, etc., etc., and he is fasting. This is the time he is fasting. Different hadith, the same. Alright, so Muhammad is doing that during the time of fasting, and he is doing that during the time his wives are having their menstruation. Look at this. The Prophet, during the time he is fasting, he used to do this and this. Let us see other one. The Prophet, he used to do that to all his wives, not only Aisha. Aisha, she confirmed that the Messenger of Allah would tell one of us, if she was menstruating, to tie her izar. Izar is like a, you know, a little sheet. You put it between your legs and warp it there, and he fondled her. But he used to do that when he is fasting. Why Muhammad is doing that? If this is forbidden in Islam for him to do so, as you see. In here actually you will see that Muhammad is breaking two rules. First of all, he is fondling and he is doing what called yubashir, as you see it in Arabic in the black, which is the Quran forbid totally from doing during the fasting, and he is fasting and he is doing that, and he is breaking one more rule, which is to have sexual relationship with your wife when she is in the stage of menstruation. The Quran said that when a woman she have menstruation, it's a hurt. Chapter 2 verse number 222. So when a woman she have menstruation, stay away from them, don't approach them until they are purified. So the Quran says that a Muslim man should not approach his wife during the time of menstruation. But as you see, Muhammad, he ordered his wife to put something between their legs and he play with them to get their needs. And remember, Muhammad, he have no need to do that, because Muhammad don't have one wife. Let us say Muhammad is a man who is married and he have only one wife and he don't want to do wrong, so he have his only choice, this woman. But Muhammad have a lot of wives. Why he is doing such a disgusting behavior, coming to a woman, she have her menstruation, and actually there's a hadith we showed you before where Muhammad having sex with Aisha during the menstruation and blood was covering his dress, and then she washed it. So this man, he say to the Muslims, during the fasting you cannot approach your wives, but he do. He says to the Muslims, you cannot approach your wife during the menstruation, and he do. The question is, isn't it the Prophet is the best example to follow? Or this is a sign of hypocrisy, or a proof of hypocrisy? The first thing you should do if you're a prophet is to practice what you tell. Muhammad always, he made himself above the law and above Allah, because simply Allah, he know that Muhammad, he know that he's a fake prophet. He's a scam. This is why he don't obey the rules of the God, who he claimed that this is his God and he is his messenger. So he make rules for the Muslims, but he do not need to follow. As an example, another rule, you know, Muhammad, he make a verse saying any woman she can give herself to the Prophet to if her. the Muslim to say to you to marry her. However, why this, even if this is about marriage? Why Muhammad need a special license for himself for this? What for? If he is just a Muslim, the Muslim, they say to us, Muhammad is just a slave of Allah. He is an ordinary Muslim. But yet, everything what's come to sex, Muhammad is above Allah and above the law. So even he fabricate verses just to satisfy his sexual needs. So you will see here that it says that this is only a privilege to thee. Who? Muhammad. What is the privilege? Muhammad, he can F everybody. Muslim, they have a limit of 4 wives only. Muhammad, he can have unlimited number of wives if he want. And then he come with a new creation, which is a woman can give herself. So he will not make it as he is the one going after women, so his wife, they will leave him alone because he got a lot already. So he said, okay, let us open the door. Says that Allah, he said, any woman she want to give herself to me to F her, Muslim, they say to marry her, she is welcome. Why Muhammad need that, and why Allah he did that? You know, and the other day we have Abdul, he was saying Muhammad, he did not have sex with any of those women who offered themselves. So what the verse for? Are you saying to me Allah is a stupid, he do not know the future? If this will never happen, why Allah gave him this license? The fact Muhammad, he did accept many women. And Aisha, actually, she noticed that Muhammad is a scumbag and he is a fake man, and he is you know, he is fabricating verses. Let us see, I'm trying to find you the hadith, hold on. So Aisha, she said, إني أرى ربك يسارع إلى هواك يا محمد, I see your God Muhammad, he rush into desire. Where is the hadith? It is, the search here is not really good. Let us see. Here we go. Aisha, when Muhammad, a woman, she came to Muhammad, and supposedly Muhammad, he liked many of those women, but his wives are watching like dogs over him, and he want to have them. So what he do? He thought about it. This is how evil he is. He said, let me make a verse. Allah is saying that any woman, she can give herself to me, and that will not make my wife able to complain, because it is Allah saying that. Allah is the best tool to make things happen. It's not me. I'm not the one who want to have sex with them. It's Allah. What I can do? I'm just a slave of Allah. Allah want me to have sex with every woman. What I can do? I'm a poor guy. I'm a servant. So look, Aisha, she said, I feel jealous of women who offered themselves to the Prophet. What? How many women? What do you mean women? They offered themselves to the Prophet. There's many women's. They offer themselves to the Prophet. Some of you might ask why those women are offering themselves. Because if you sleep with Muhammad for one night, you will have the privilege of to be protected and have food forever. You will say, I slept with the Prophet. And Muhammad, remember, Muhammad, he slept with the mother of Ali in the grave. Supposedly, if he do that, she will go to heaven, and he will make that pressure, or at least he will make the pressure in her grave less. So what about being a Muslim and sleeping with the Prophet? That will guarantee you heaven, and then will guarantee you a special unique position. You will get sponsored forever. So Aisha, she said, I feel jealous from the women who offered themselves to Allah Messenger. After what? After he gave this verse, women, they start coming Muhammad, and he chose whatever he liked. Then when Allah excited, etc., he revealed this verse, you may fear any of them as you wish, which means you might you choose the one you want to sleep with her now, or you delay her for later. It's up to you. You see, Allah is ready. Allah is ready to make a verse for Muhammad for his testicles. So then Aisha, she said to Muhammad, it seemed to me that your Lord hastens to satisfy your desire, Muhammad. Your Lord, he rush. You see it? Satisfy your desire. So Muhammad have a desire, and Aisha, she confirming that, and his God, he is getting him a verse to satisfy his sexual desire. What does have to do with the Prophet, and what does have to do with Islam, and what does have to do with God? I mean, why does God is so much worry about the penis of Muhammad, the testicles of Muhammad, and why Muhammad penis and testicles is above Allah? For Allah is not even worth the hair around the penis of Muhammad for Muhammad. This is why he used Allah as a way to make himself legitimate and to get what he want. And then nobody will complain. When the Muslims were fighting with Muhammad about money, about how much money for him, how much money for them, Muhammad, he wanted to guarantee how much money he will make. So he said, Al-Khumsu lillahi wa rasuluh. The fifth of every attack for the Prophet. Here we go. Chapter 8, verse number 41. He wanted to guarantee, I'm not going to argue about how much my share is. All what I need, I will make a verse that's coming from Allah. And I say, here we go, Allah, he gave me my percentage. It is the 5%. Who dare now to say it's this is not fair? Who dare? Why Muhammad, he need the 5th of every attack? And the Muslim, they say to you that Muhammad, he died as a poor man. When Muhammad, he died, Muslims were occupying a huge land and people paying jizya and paying zakat like crazy. Aisha, she got more than 100,000 pieces of gold as gift. Muhammad, he gave 100 camel gift to the family of Abu Sufyan to convert them to Islam. And this is what the Quran speak about, those al-mu'allafa qulubahum. Anyway, the video is getting longer, so I hope you guys will learn something. And this is how we can show that Muhammad is a false prophet, he's a hypocrite. You know, if you notice that Jesus, when he say, don't do, he was the last one to do. And he will never do. When he say don't do that, that's mean he himself will never do that. Otherwise we will have a hypocrite Jesus. Our Messiah is the best of the best. He walk the talk. Muhammad, he say something to his followers, and in his house he do the opposite. And you will notice that all of Islam is to serve his money desire, his sex desire, his penis desire, and everybody is to serve him. Actually, there is a statement where in the hadith it says that if Muhammad, his eyes fall into a woman, if Muhammad, his eyes fall into a woman, her husband, he have to divorce her. Let us see if we can find it. Oh, we are in the images. This is a video, you know, anyway. So you will see, let us see here. I'm trying to find an Islamic official website. For sure the Muslims are so upset from what is written in their books. Okay. There's a video here, but I don't want to play video. Alright. Sometimes you find what you are looking for right away, but sometimes it doesn't. However, we will find it. I don't want to read an article. Okay, Ahkam al-Quran. Here we go. Alright, read with me. It says in yellow here, one of the things Allah He gave as a privilege for Muhammad. Number 10, they are counting how many, and you will see most of them is about sex. One of them, if his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her. You believe it? You see it in yellow? If a man, if Muhammad, sorry, his eyes fall into a woman, her husband he have, it's a must, it's not a choice. Muhammad, he like your wife, that's it. And this is exactly what happened with his own son wife. Zayd, when he is married to Zainab, Muhammad, he went to the house of Zainab, he flirted with her. Muhammad, by doing that, he informed Zayd that I like her, so it's a must for you to divorce her. And this is one of the privilege. Guys, how in the world someone he claimed to be a decent prophet, he do such a thing for a man and a wife? They are happy in their life, they are married. If he like your wife, you have to divorce her so he can, excuse my language, if her. That is Muhammad, the prophet of Allah. And again, this book I'm reading from here, this is not my book. This is the book of Ahkam al-Quran, as you see in front of you. Actually, we can show you from many references. Alright, so this is Islam, and this is how garbage this religion is. And this is the quality of Muhammad. He is a prophet of rape, sex, privilege, and all his privileges about money and about sex, and that is telling you the nature of this man. I hope this video was enough for you to learn about the scumbag Muhammad. Remember to subscribe to our videos and share. And don't forget, if you are a Muslim, you like to debate me, feel free. You are more than welcome. We open our chat room in Pal Talk every Friday and Sunday. And you can, if you want to find my my Facebook or my Twitter or my YouTube, always you can do this. You can go to this website. I will post it underneath of the video. And here you not next down here you will see Facebook. If you click on it, here is a Twitter and here is YouTube. So always you will be updated about this. This is a website you can contact me, or you can make a donation if you like to help us in what we do. However, this is the easiest way to find our Facebook and the updated in case like something changed. Always you can go here and you can click at one of those three and you can find how you can contact me. With this I say thank you, God bless, Christ is Lord, and Muhammad is nothing but a scam, with the proofs and the evidence from Islamic books. Thank you.